Hello everyone, this is Aaron Fitch from ATF Gaming and welcome to a new game for the channel, World of Outlaws Sprint Car. So I decided to hook up the PS3 to try out some games I had on there. World of Outlaws is basically the top level of dirt track racing, open-wheeled wind cars, and I also decided, since if I haven't embarrassed myself enough with NASCAR '06, this is definitely the place where you guys can see how truly bad I am at racing. So we're going to go straight to the career mode.
This is the place where you can start your sprint car racing career.
Welcome to the World of Outlaws Sprint Car Career. There are 40 races in the race to the championship. Earn as many points as you can to become the World of Outlaws Sprint Car Champion. Good luck. So, I already edited our car a little bit. I won't show you guys that. We'll do more of that later in the season, I'm sure. But the first 3 races of the season are in a triple header at Volusia in Florida. We got Dirt Car Nationals Night 1, 2, and 3. So we're going to head straight to the race, and then I'll explain kind of the format of dirt track racing. Very similar to short track asphalt racing, but a little unique. So, hot laps is basically like your practice session. You get 6 laps. Time trials is your qualifying. After qualifying, you'll get assigned to a specific heat. So like if you qualify first, heat 1, second, heat 2, third, heat 3, fourth, heat 4, then fifth, heat 1, etc. And then if you finish in the top 5, you'll automatically advance to the A feature, which is the main race. If you don't get top 5 in your heat, you'll be assigned to the B main, and I believe the top 4 drivers in the B main also advance to the A feature. The dash, after the heats, 10 drivers get assigned to the dash, and that'll be top 10 in qualifying for the A feature. So we're going to go to the hot laps. You'll understand this a little bit more as we get through it. It's not a system like most NASCAR people know. And I'm included in that. I'm not like a huge follower of World of Outlaws, but when they do come to a local track, I definitely take my time to go and see the races. So we're going to head out to hot laps. This doesn't mean anything. This is just a practice session. We get 6 laps.
And we are racing! Going into the first turn of the race.
So dirt track racing is a whole lot different than asphalt racing. You gotta kind of skid your way through the corners. And that's something I'm not used to doing. I did pretty well in the first set of turns, but turn 3 and 4 I hit the wall coming onto the front stretch. You gotta try not to overcorrect. You go hard left, and then you have to correct by turning the wheel right a little bit, but you don't want to overcorrect, and then you'll go straight into the wall. So I'm just kind of getting used to the feel of this again. I did practice a little bit of this yesterday, just so I wouldn't completely embarrass myself. But for the most part, this is pretty new to me still. That was a good corner. Let's see if we can get off into the straightaway well. Yep. But I definitely enjoy dirt track racing. I remember the first time my dad brought me to a dirt track race. We over-prepared for the amount of dirt. We had coats, we had scarves, we had face mask, and then we had goggles. And that was a sight to behold. I wish I had gotten a picture of that night. But we were prepared. A for effort. But that's the end of our session. Just a little practice session to get used to the track. Our best lap is a 15:34. And we'll see where that racks up in the time trials or qualifying for NASCAR fans who are watching this. I'll definitely try to translate as much NASCAR terminology into this, because I know I've been doing NASCAR '06 and NASCAR Heat Evolution, so I know the people watching my videos are probably more NASCAR oriented. But we're gonna head off to time trials. I believe it's 3 laps you get. It's not an average. It's best lap is your qualifying time. So it's not like Indy 500 qualifying where you have it's the average of 4 laps. You get 3 laps, and then the best one is your qualifying speed. Like I said before, you're not going to get the smooth corners. You got to correct yourself. Oh, that was a good corner. Immediately you're going to say I'm not going to get a smooth corner. I get a really good corner. This is another really good corner. I'm not having to correct myself too much. That was a really slow lap. So let's try to do a little better. I'm definitely all over the place right now. I don't have the best handling car yet. Alright, so this is the last lap, session over. Let's see where we qualified. Now this game it gets harder as you go on. It's not like you're going to get extremely hard difficulty right off the bat. You're going to it's going to be a little easier at first, and then as you progress through the season, it'll get gradually harder. I couldn't like pick a setting at the beginning, like rookie, pro, veteran, or anything like that. So like that, you didn't think it would be that great, right? But I qualified first. So dirt track and short tracks, they use what's called an inversion, which I don't understand the complete terminology, but basically what it means in this setting is the person who qualified first will start fourth in the heat. So we're in heat 1 because we qualified first. We're going to start fourth. So let's head off to the heat. I'm looking forward to this. We shouldn't have any trouble running away with the race this early stage. I'm going to try not to wreck anybody. But you guys know good and well that that's probably not going to be easy for me. Alright, here we go. We are off, starting fourth on the outside lane. Now, real dirt track. Dirt. I don't know how better to put it. If you look in the lower left-hand corner right next to the car, there's the number 4. The 4 is how many tear-offs you get. So like right now I'm going to use 1, and now my screen's clean. So now we only get a certain amount of tear-offs. But I'm probably going to run away with this heat. So I probably won't need to use any more tear-offs unless if I get into lap traffic. Which is very possible. This is a short track, so... We're about 2.5 seconds ahead right now. We're just going to kind of roll away with this heat. We should easily qualify for the dash. So we'll get a chance to have a top 10 starting spot. Probably qualify first. Well, like I said, this is definitely going to be easier now than later in the season. So expect to win a few races at first, but it's going to get harder as you go on. I'm going to have to adjust the audio settings because this is really loud in my headphones right now. But we're passing lap cars with relative ease. We should get some dirt on our grill there. Oh, I didn't mean to hit that guy. We're going to go underneath him. Not cause him any more trouble. Just used another tear off right there. Last lap, white flag. Flags are pretty much the exact same in NASCAR as they are dirt tracks. World of Outlaws. Oh, I messed up that corner a little bit, but we're going to win our heat, which is good. We're going to move on to the dash. We should easily qualify for the dash. What I think the dash is, I'm not too sure. Ooh, we got an achievement. I had to reset my profile stuff on the PS3 since I hadn't used it in so long. So I'll be getting those achievements again. But Dash should be top 2 people from each heat, and then the top 2 qualifiers who aren't already in the race. So we're gonna start first from the Dash. For the Dash, we're gonna go ahead and do that. I think that's 8 laps again, maybe 6. I'm not sure. It's just a little thing, and it'll determine the top 10 qualifying spots for the A feature or the A main, depending on how you want to call it. But we're going to start first. Steve Kinzer, that's a name you should probably know. It's one of the few names that I know. Again, I don't follow this series very much. It's just, you know, if they're nearby, I definitely try to go to the races. But we pulled away from Kinzer pretty easily. You'll see some things flashing along the top, like best lap and hard charger and all that stuff, just to kind of get you a good idea of what's going on around you. There are no mirrors in this game, so you gotta just go with what you got. There are a few different camera angles. I actually should probably try a different camera angle. This is the camera angle that I usually use, so I might adjust to that. We got the front camera angle. Oh, I just hit the wall, so maybe I will change that. And then you saw the in-car camera angle as well. So I'm going to go to this camera angle. This is the angle that I like the most, so I can see what's around me. Really got to feather the gas on the dirt track. You don't want to be flooring down, because then you'll just spit up dirt and spin your tires, or what's equivalent to spinning your tires in a NASCAR race. White flag here. We're a ways ahead of everybody else, so don't think we're gonna have any trouble with this race. Alright, off turn 4, we win the Dash, so we're gonna qualify first for the A main. This is what I like about World of Outlaws dirt track style racing, is that there's so many different stages to it, so you're always getting a chance to race. It's not like you go out for practice, you spend hours and hours on practice, you run like 2 qualifying laps, and then you don't do anything, and then the races you're only racing, actual racing. So that's why I like this. I also like the B main, A main kind of thing. It really puts an emphasis on qualifying, but it also puts an emphasis on the heat races, and it puts an emphasis on the B main. It's not like this is a bad comparison, but it's not like the Xfinity Series to the Cup Series, where it's 2 completely different events. It's the top people in the B main, they actually qualify for the A main. So it'd be like the top 5 cars from the Xfinity Series, then the next day get to run against the Cup Series guys. Obviously that would never happen, but that's just kind of the comparison I'm using. So we qualified first for the A main. We don't have to do the B main, but there's the results for the B main. But A main, here we go. Or A feature, it's called here. We shouldn't really have any issues winning this race. This is definitely a longer race compared to the heat races and the Dash. I believe it's 30 laps. Now they show us 4 wide, but we won't start 4 wide. We'll start 2 wide. 4 wide is for a parade lap. They do a parade lap before they get started. It's kind of a cool thing. But here we go. Just try to be smooth out of the gate, get away from these guys, and then we'll just run some smooth laps until we get into lap traffic, which will definitely be a factor in this race. I mean, you saw it be a factor in just the 10-lap heat race, so definitely with 30 laps we will have more lap cars to deal with. But I really hope you like this. This is one of a few games I'm going to try to bring to you on the PlayStation 3. Definitely a different aspect. I'm trying not to be like the NASCAR series guy. That's why I introduced NHL last week, and I'm introducing this. I had MLB earlier. I'm going to try to find some different games to do that aren't sports games. But we'll see. So So now we're already in the lap traffic. Only lap 5. Oh no. Sorry, number 2 car. Now these guys will get mad at you. You'll see a little flame over their car if you really manage to take them off. Now I'm going to try to use my tear-offs wisely. It is a long race. I only have 15 tear-off, but now is definitely a time I need to. The contact physics are probably not very realistic with open-wheel cars. If you make contact with somebody, you're probably going to spin out almost instantly. I do have simulation damage on, so you'll see damage to the wing, you'll see damage to the car. If you really screw up, you will see the wing completely fly off of the car. I'm sure I'm probably offending some World of Outlaw people by calling it a wing, but I'm sure there's other terminology for it, but that's how I call it. Sorry. But I'm not thrilled with the white dirt. Alright, so now we got a giant pack here. I oversteered. So, see, there's your flame right there. That guy's mad at me. Retaliation isn't completely obvious because you're kind of skating around anyway, and especially with me, I'm probably making contact with cars on a regular basis, so you probably won't notice if somebody's retaliating, but it will happen. It's not as obvious as NASCAR 06 or anything like that. It's really hard as a leader when we get up to these big packs. I struggled the first time trying to get through the big pack, but that time I passed like 5 cars on one corner, so that's good. I'm definitely having to correct myself a lot, which is not great. I could have probably adjusted the car a little bit, but I'm going to see what we got here. You can upgrade the car once you get money. I should have enough money after this win, if I do win, to upgrade some parts of the car. We will see when we get there. I was trying to say, I'm not thrilled with like the white dust up color there. It almost looks like the cars are smoking, which they obviously aren't. They're just kicking up dirt. In other racetracks it's a little more realistic, but for some reason this racetrack it's white dirt. But we're just cruising around. We're going to have halfway, I think, next time by. Oh, next time by, sorry. But we're just maneuvering our way through lap traffic. There's definitely a lot of action, even as a leader, because it is a short track. It's very comparative to Bristol and Martinsville, where you're going to have lap cars to deal with. These are really fast cars, so there's definitely room for a lot of variance in speed. That's what I meant to say. We're definitely maneuvering through lap cars. I messed up that corner really bad. We're a ways ahead of second place right now. We're 13 seconds ahead of second place. If you see on the upper right corner, the split time shows how far ahead of second place I am. I'm trying. Oh man, I pissed that guy off. I almost ramped off of him too. Sorry, but we're surviving. He'll be a little mad at me, but I passed him fairly quickly. It's just about, you know, trying to be smooth in the corners and not having to overcorrect yourself. That's when you will start to get in trouble. I've had to use a lot of wipe-offs in this section. Oh, I'm not going to try. Number 9 car, that definitely looks like the Everham Motorsports number 9 back in the day for NASCAR. Okay, I can't see it. Oh, I need to get around these guys. But I messed that up immediately as I said that. You gotta try not to be directly behind somebody or in their skid path, because you will get dirty. I'm running out of tear-offs. Luckily, we only have 8 laps to go, but I'm definitely running out of tear-offs, so I'm trying to use them wisely. Definitely, car's a little out of control right now. I'm trying to maneuver my way through this giant mess of cars, but it's not going very well. That's just like a leader having to maneuver through lap cars at a short track, or really any track in NASCAR these days. They're just a lot faster, your car's a lot more out of control. That's tiny differences, right? Just little differences. That you really learn how to control your car. That's why like a lot of dirt track drivers who go to NASCAR, they really like loose race cars because it feels a lot like dirt track racing, which I don't understand that at all. To be completely honest, I'm trying not to hit these guys, but instead I hit the wall. And the pack got back around me. I'm just a mess right now, but we're still leading. I'm a mess that's leading. These guys must be pretty far in towards the lead pack. Whoa, man. That was completely my fault. I spun out there. But I have such a big lead that it's not really going to make too much of a difference. I almost ramped off of that 20 car that I think looks like a car that Tony Stewart might have owned. Bass Pro Shop sponsored, number 20. But he's really mad at me now. You saw a little bit of retaliation. He drove it in a little deep on me. I'm really trying not to hit these cars. Because if you hit these cars just right, you'll ramp and you'll start flipping, which I'm sure you guys will see at some point here. 2 laps to go this time, I believe. It's really kind of hard to focus on the numbers up there when you're racing a guy every corner. Definitely overcorrected on that straightaway, but white flag's out. We got a pretty demanding lead. Coming to the checkered flag. We win our first race. Very happy with that. Yeah, we're over a second faster than everybody else right now. Joey Saldana is second. Jason Sides third. Jack Harden's child. And Donnie Schatz. That's a pretty... Those 2 names and then Joey Saldana are pretty common names if you want to follow along a little bit. But that's it. We won this race. We got maximum points because I believe you get 5 points for qualifying on the pole. Or I'm sure there's some combination. You get 5 points. Basically, there's some combination of winning a heat race or getting the pole or winning the dash or something. But I got 50 points from the, or 150 points from the A feature, and then you'll see I have 155 points total for the race day as a whole. I've earned the baby steps trophy. But yeah, like I said, I had to reset most of my PlayStation settings here, hooking up the PS3 for the first time in a while. But we unlocked Night 2 for the Volusia Dirt Car Nationals, and we also unlocked a Speedway Engine Development Accuracy Challenge. And I will do that as well as the second race next time. We're going to look at the garage. You guys saw the car. We don't have any sponsors unlocked. Everything's locked except for no sponsors, so we're stuck with no sponsors. Speed Shop is where we can start upgrading. We have $7,000, so we can upgrade to the lightweight pistons. And if we wanted to spend all of our money, we could upgrade to the CNC ported cylinder head. We could also do the adjustable shocks for the chassis. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the high performance lightweight pistons. Let me exit out of that. You see on the right we have acceleration, brake, and handling. The lightweight pistons helps our acceleration. And then we are also going to do the chassis upgrade, the adjustable shocks, which is going to help our handling. And that upgrade really makes a big difference, if I recall correctly. Yeah. But especially with this dirt car that's so out of control all the time, it's good. It's every upgrade you make makes a huge difference with how you race. it makes a huge difference. So when I go back, especially at this first thing where we have the same track three times, you really notice a difference. You can't race the same because now we have our acceleration is a lot better and our handling's a lot better. So we're going to be faster off the corners, which means we have to feather the throttle a little bit more and not spin out. So that's going to be it for this episode. I really hope you guys like this. I will definitely try to make a few more videos on this. We'll see how things go. The beginning is going to be really slow because I'm just going to be winning all the races. And hopefully, once we get to other tracks, we'll definitely have a little more to fight for. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Like I said in my channel update video, this is going up on a Sunday. Sundays are kind of test the waters kind of days. I've gotten really good reception from the NASCAR series. That's why I have that as the main series during the week. But like last week, I put up the NHL 17 video. I have another NHL 17 video I'm going to put up next week. I'm putting this up on a Sunday, and then I'll probably put another one up unless if there's another game I want to try. But I'm really going to kind of gauge the how many likes, how many views each video's gotten as to whether I want to make these a main series. Because as you guys know, I really struggled with the MLB 17 series I wound that down. I got 0 views on the last 3 videos, so that was a struggle for me. So I really want to make sure I'm putting up content that's getting views, that's getting likes. Because especially in early days of my channel, I need the views to rack up so I can start making money on this. I can't make money until I get 10,000 total views on all of my videos. So I have a long ways to go, so I really have to focus on those views in order to make money on this at all. So that's why I'm really trying to be careful on what videos I post. But thank you guys so much for watching. Like this video. Press the thumbs up button. If you want to see more content from ATF Gaming, hit that subscribe button. Feel free to leave a comment. Tell me whether you like this series. Same thing on the NHL video. That'll help me gauge whether I should continue those series and maybe make those a regular part of my schedule. But I will see you in the next video for Night 2 at Volusia. Bye.